In a bustling city where opulence and poverty were starkly juxtaposed, lived a young girl named Isabella. She resided in a magnificent mansion atop a verdant hill, surrounded by lush gardens, glittering fountains, and endless luxuries. Isabella was as wealthy as one could imagine, but her riches were matched only by her arrogance. Isabella's parents, prominent business magnates, showered her with the finest things money could buy. She wore designer clothes, traveled in chauffeured cars, and attended the most exclusive schools. But amidst all this wealth, she developed a disdainful attitude toward those less fortunate. Every day, she walked past the local market on her way to her private school. The bustling stalls, filled with hard-working vendors selling fruits, vegetables, and handmade goods, were a stark contrast to her life of privilege. Isabella sneered at the vendors, often mocking their worn-out clothes and weathered faces. One day, as Isabella strolled through the market, she came across an elderly woman selling beautiful handmade dolls. The dolls were intricately crafted, each with unique features and colorful attire. Despite their beauty, Isabella scoffed. Who would want these ragged things?
The old woman, unfazed by Isabella's harsh words, replied gently,
"These dolls hold more value than you might think, young lady."
Isabella rolled her eyes and continued on her way, unaware that her world was about to change dramatically. That night, a fierce storm struck the city. Lightning crackled, and thunder roared as the wind howled through the streets. Isabella's mansion, usually a fortress of security, was not spared. The storm caused a massive landslide that damaged the mansion severely, leaving Isabella and her family with no choice but to seek refuge elsewhere. Homeless and stripped of their wealth, Isabella's family was taken in by the very community she had scorned. The market vendors, despite their modest means, offered food, shelter, and comfort. Among them was the old doll maker, who provided Isabella's family with a small but cozy space in her humble home. One day, Isabella sat with the old woman, watching her skillfully craft new doll.
"Why are you so kind to us?"
Isabella asked, her voice tinged with newfound humility. The old woman smiled.
"Kindness and compassion are the true measures of wealth. Your family may have lost material riches, but you have gained something far more valuable, the understanding of what it means to be part of a community."
Isabella felt a pang of shame but also a spark of hope. She began to help the vendors, learning their trades and contributing to the market. She discovered the joy of hard work and the satisfaction of earning her keep. The once arrogant girl transformed into a humble and kind-hearted member of the community. Months later, Isabella's family managed to rebuild their mansion. The story of Isabella teaches us that true wealth is not measured by material possessions, but by the kindness and compassion we show to others. Arrogance can blind us to the value of human connection, but humility can lead us to a richer, more fulfilling life.
Things we learned. Starkly in an unpleasantly or sharply clear way. Juxtapose. Place two opposite things together. Opulence. Great wealth. Magnificent. Very beautiful. Atop. On the top of. Verdant hill. Green hills. Arrogance, pride. Chauffeured car, a car with driver. Business magnate. Very rich and successful businessman. Disdainful attitude, hateful attitude. Less fortunate, poor. Exclusive school, very good school. Bustling stalls, busy or crowded stall. Vendors. Sellers. Stark contrast, very different from each other in a way this is very obvious. Life of privilege. Rich life. Strolled a slow relaxed walk especially for pleasure. Elderly aged people. Intricately crafted. Made with detailed precision. Features. A notable part. Raggedy. Torn or worn out. Struck the city, attack the city. Fierce, intense. Lightning crackled, loud thunder. Wind howled, loud sound of wind. Spared. Saved. Massive, huge. To seek refuge. Take shelter. Struck the to seek refuge. Take shelter. Stripped off their wealth. To take away their wealth. Taken in by someone. To be received as a guest. Scorn. To behave with bad attitude. Modest means. Simple ways. Humble home, ordinary. Accustomed to become habitual. Compassion, kindness. Pang of shame. Regret and feeling embarrassed, shy or ashamed. Fervent, passionate. Advocate. Supporter. Less fortunate. Poor.